Hello everyone and welcome to QualityOldGames. Today we are having part 7 of the extreme difficulty campaign as Julii. And actually the campaign map is beginning to look like we started from where Julii usually start. But actually in fact we started from Ireland. So we have advanced quite a bit. And in today's episode we have practically one goal. And that goal is to take Rome. And I think we are actually in rather good position for that. So in the last episode we took Arretium, and perhaps if we can block Scipii next to Ariminum, perhaps with one well-placed fort, we will be able to march towards Rome next turn. But I think we should actually begin to do that blocking operation. Oh. Okay, well apparently we cannot build fort over there. Okay, so for some reason... Okay, so now we can build it. Good. And I think these guys can man it. And at the same time we should begin to bring some reinforcements, preferably elite troops, to Arretium so that we can, well, reinforce the army. And, well, probably we should be doing something north here as well. For example, training more troops so that we can advance. We have had a bit of financial issues. So, due to that, we are still we are not producing troops at full capabilities or capacity. Yeah. So, I think we will actually send this army south as well. We will most likely engage with other Roman factions, Scipii and Brutii, namely, quite hard at some point, so it's good to have some backup. Here in Spain, we are currently besieged with quality enemy troops. Do we have any general in close proximity that could be brought here? Alas, not. Okay. So we need to think of something. Perhaps Mogontiacum we could begin to convert the population to worshipping Jupiter. And I would really like to have some reinforcements over here. Oh, we actually do have one reinforcing army. Yeah. But most likely this will have to pull back. I doubt that we can actually take Carthago Nova, but let's see. So, the extreme difficulty means that we started from Ireland. Okay, so if we can beat this... Oh. It will actually come down to terrain. Whether or not we will beat these guys. Okay, let's check it out. So basically, extreme difficulty means that we started from Ireland, we are at war with other Roman factions and have been from the beginning, and we cannot make peace with them. And we can only recruit Hastati and Equites and mercenaries until we get Rome. So that's why I'm kind of running for Rome here. Because other cities in Italy are beginning to be quite big. And if Marian reforms happen, we kind of run out of recruitment options. So, thus it's rather crucial that we get those troops. Or rather, get Rome, so we can get those troops, other troops as well. And I think otherwise as well, having some principes, even without Marian reforms, would be quite nice. But I think actually this terrain here will win us the battle. And of course, it seems they are tiring themselves out by thwerping around over there. So, oh, it's actually almost like corner camping. Perhaps we should actually move a bit forwards because, well, I don't know if one can actually use corner camping in this difficulty. At least some of you have wished that no corner camping in the campaigns. Okay, so fire at will. Let's hope for some good hits. Especially against cavalry. And there they come. So Iberian infantry town militia Scutari. Iberian infantry, but actually quite... what's that? Naked fanatics. So actually they do have quite a bit of experience. And I think we need to use General to protect this flank over here. And yes, we have fire at will enabled. Are they actually doing any damage to the cavalry over there? Apparently not. Oh, that's not good. Not good at all. And it's not good either that their war dogs are pursuing our general.
The gods have filled the heart of the enemy general with fear. Now he flees the field like a coward.
Oh. Get out of there. And hopefully it's not the general in the middle of them. And once again the dogs of war are loose. It seems that we are kind of unable to beat most of this army, so there will be survivors, which of course will make taking the settlement quite a bit more difficult, because, well, these guys will reinforce it. So practically our only hope at taking the settlement is that we manage to get some mercenaries here. And at the same time, that means that Oska is rather lightly defended. So I guess clean enough victory. I just hope that they will make another attempt from Carthago Nova. Man used the lucky. Oh. Rip. Lucius. So this guy will head to Massilia and gather some troops from there to reinforce Oska. New faction leader, Manius the Lucky, Samaro Priva looking good. I think we could switch to Shrine to Jupiter. Lemonum doing okay. Nabo Martius. Let's make a port. Some extra income is always nice. Contiacum. Yeah, now we are talking about that public order. Patavium. Perhaps Arena would be nice. Luvavum or Juvavum. Doing okay as it is. And let's take the mercenaries over here. And Quintus Victor will begin the siege of Rome. Okay, there is another Roman army over there. And is it really so that we cannot actually reinforce Quintus until we deal with that Servivus, whatever he is? And there is Scipii army over here. That's a bit of a drawback, to be honest. I was counting on having those Hastati with me. Well, I guess we just have to do with what we can then. I think Patavium could continue to train troops. That will help with public order as well. I think Arretium could actually do the same. And what kind of temple we have? Temple of Mars. Okay, well, that +3 experience is nice. I think we will actually try to starve Bordesholm out over there. And this guy has moved already. They are building siege equipment, so yeah. Of course, this way we could get the initiative. If we could smash that initial army and inflict some damage at the very least to this one. It's actually quite cavalry heavy, and that's faction leader. I think we will just try our luck here. Because if we manage to win, we can advance quite nicely further into Spain. And the terrain is not absolutely horrible as it is. And as the enemies do have reinforcements, they might actually feel bold enough to attack us. But let's see. Okay, so if we want to do battle, we need to go over there if they don't come to us. Which seems unlikely. So basically, perhaps it's most prudent to pull back. Yeah, I don't want to take the risk here. Because, well, actually, the war dogs are coming. Could we smash them? Okay, they are not coming. Yeah, in my opinion, in a forest, a bit too risky. Fighting against faction leader and those rather high quality troops, so yeah. I think it's better to fight another day. And actually that went quite well, because now we can relieve Osca next turn. In Dam, we are actually ready to move out. So let's leave some garrison over there. Okay. It seems we need to leave quite a bit of more garrison over there. 60%. 65. Well, let's hope that's enough. Oh, and we can hire mercenaries. Yeah, so let's leave that one unit over there as well. And this army heads towards two Germanian armies. Looking a bit bad, because Gothi should be rather easily takeable, but otherwise, yeah, not looking too good. So my hope kind of is that this Roman army will charge our back over here without the Scipii interfering. So that way, probably we should be able to take Rome the easiest way possible. But let's see. I doubt that we are in good enough shape to fight this army, so let's pull back. And this is going exactly as planned. So, we want to actually wipe this army out. This is the priority. However, since this army does contain mostly heavy cavalry, we want to attack it first and then turn to face this army. Unfortunately, we have quite a bit better general, not referring to myself, but to Quintus Victor. So, let's see how we can do. And the reinforcements for enemy are coming from that direction, so we need to form our main battle line over here. And I think that we will actually use only these units for that. While the rest of the Hastati are actually preparing to face the other threat. Quintus will command the initial engagement, whereas whatever his name is will take charge of the preparations for the reinforcing enemies, and I think we will use our cavalry in the initial engagement as well. But yeah, practically we need to march onwards to meet them, because that reinforcing army puts us on a timer. And of course the upgrades are rather nice, so that's going for our benefit. So basically this is the battle for Rome. And our main goal here is to actually rout this army. We don't need to beat it. And actually those Principes are putting up quite a fight over there. Not so tough anymore. Oh, you are not going to charge first in there. Okay, so the enemy army is running. Good.
The enemy general is slain, and now his men fear us. It is time to press the attack. The enemy army is in flight. Pursue them and drive them from the battlefield.
So, I think what we should do is to organize the battle line again, so that we can actually get it into good shape. And then that's actually cavalry auxilia. That could be rather nasty. So, all have fire at will. Good, and we are ready when they come to engage us. The Hastati is rather Equites could rest a bit, and then perhaps I should send this one out if we just get lucky enough to catch them. Okay, not looking good. Okay, so they did engage. And as we have quite a bit of experience, that was not a good move. Probably. So basically the units here are decimating each other. That should work for our benefit, as we do have numerical superiority, especially now. And I doubt they will be coming back. So that was fair enough. And okay, that's fortunately only Equites. I think these two units should be able to handle it. We will keep this as a reserve along with the bodyguards, and these units will protect the right flank over there. So the main battle line has some Hastatis, Principes, Triarii, some Knight Gladiators, but we are outnumbering them quite heavily. War Dogs combined with this massive bodyguard can actually mean trouble. But let's see. Probably we need this cavalry to deal with that bodyguard as well. Okay, Equites are YOLO charging against spearmen. Time for some fancy cavalry maneuvers, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so some of our units are beginning to rout, and we don't want our general... Okay, good. Good. I was for a moment scared that that was actually Quintus. And let's go to break those Principes so we can get rid of those War Dogs. Okay, good. And I think Quintus has earned his retirement days. Let's try to build him an imperial palace at Rome. I think that would be rather fitting, since he has been kind of carrying our campaign for quite a while. And that's it. I think Rome is ours here. Our Equites did rather well, and the Hastati don't have anything to be ashamed of, so yeah, rather nice. Yeah, so now we have a dilemma. If we occupy the settlement, we could build the Imperial Palace, had we the money. And yeah, I think we will exterminate it. And perhaps we will pull back, because Marcus is no proper general. And that's, well... Okay, I guess we will have to fight anyway. So, quite a bit of Screeching Women, some War Dogs. I think our pillars should work rather nicely. So that should be going for us. But, yeah. We will be suffering some morale penalties, and it's winter, so... yeah. I am a bit worried, to be honest. But yeah, let's make the Hastati battle line. We should have cavalry superiority, however, so let's see if that's worth something. And could we perhaps rout those war dogs, because that would be one morale penalty less to worry about. Or even if the war dogs are released against Equites, that would keep them away from the main battle line. Oh, we don't want to engage barbarian mercenaries with cavalry. Okay, so now is the time, and some of the enemies are beginning to break. Nice. And yeah. Okay, I guess these guys did achieve their purpose here. Let's just try to get away so that we could... And of course they will be running through our formations, and that will mean some issues. I don't know what I'm doing with that cavalry unit over there. But I think... Oh, and we cannot even withdraw. Hey, that's no way for a Roman to behave. Shame will be these armies forever at this pace. Okay. So it seems these units are forming the core of what we have left. And here let's try to break those warhounds. Good. Then next, these Screeching Women over here. Good. Those Screeching Women next. And let's take care of those axemen as well. And no wedge formation, please. I forgot those Equites. Okay, practically that will mean that those war dogs will be an additional nuisance quite soon. Okay, good. And then we need to think of something. Are they actually chasing after our general? It seems they... Oh, there are the Equites still. Okay, good. So this is kind of the make it or break it point. If our infantry will hold... Okay, I think we have this one. So, what do they have left? That's the question. They do have something. That something is Axemen. Okay, so practically we need to deal with the Axemen with these troops. And these guys will make sure that they won't have any reinforcements. So basically, those Axemen have run for quite a while. So I think we should have fresher troops facing them. So indeed, fresh. I think that's looking relatively good. Then again, there is that other army. I doubt that we can actually... We don't even have a fighting chance against it, so... Are they having war cry? Okay, they are exhausted. So, we need to beat them before those war dogs can reach us. And practically it means that we need to hit them from every angle possible. Okay, good.
Enemies show their true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits. Victory!
Yeah, I agree, that was quite close. What? The Senate is still at large, it seems. Okay. I guess that's somehow due to the modding here. Perhaps better roads. Retium, once again, better roads. And in Rome... Yeah, the population is quite small at the moment. But I guess that's fair enough. I actually think that Rome will be besieged quite soon. There are so many Scipii troops nearby that it seems inevitable. Yeah, I think that's the proper way to go. And this army... Yeah, let's retrain the units so that we are in better shape to fight the Scipii. Let's get these guys where they are supposed to be going, and these guys for retraining, and actually, yeah, let's switch to Principes. That's quite a bit better. Londinium. Yeah, now we can make peasants as well, so that's nice. A bit easier for the upkeep. And let's drive that army off. And actually, I think this will probably be the final battle of this episode. So they will last for 2 turns. This army will charge our back. If we can send some reinforcements, we should do so, but we cannot, alas. So, the coward has become victor, it seems. Batavium is our best shot for Imperial City, but it's quite far off. Capua, I think we should just grab it and upgrade it to Ariminum. Let's see with the spy. Yeah, Capua will be our best bet for Imperial City. But yeah, time for the final battle. This time we do have the numbers quite heavily on our side. They do have experience, but I'm rather confident that we will prevail. And as we are attacking,
Have arrived. This is hopeful news indeed.
indeed it is. But I think more hopeful news is that we are attacking and the AI tends to play rather passively. So practically we should be able to use all sling stones before the enemy tries to force the battle on us. And at the same time, that will mean that we can get the reinforcements to bear as well. So, okay, they are pulling back now. Fair enough. That was a bit of a lackluster final battle, if this then is final battle. I think we need to find something else to fight, because, well, that doesn't make a good final battle. Okay, good. So, time for retraining. And some extra units. And as it is, I think we do have a turn. So Batavium is besieged. And I guess this will make the final battle then. The Germanians are clearly liking their women over here, so... What kind of army we are facing over here? Okay, it's not shown. But I think we will try to smash that initial army first and then turn around to attack the defenders. And of course, taking down the defenders is a priority, because then the settlement will kind of fall to us quite easily. And this time it's fortunately summer.
The ferryman will be busy today. The enemy have brought more men to the fight.
So I think infantry line can actually advance. Yeah, you are not supposed to be firing the pillar. We will conserve them for a bit later use. I think the cavalry should be able to do enough in this case. So there are 5 units. And we have what? About 9 infantry units, so... Yeah, let's get going. And let's make 3 detachments out of these. And I think you can begin to charge. Yeah, that's perhaps a bit too ambitious. Okay, good. And I don't like to fight in the middle of a field, so let's pull back a bit further over here. And I think we don't need to kind of let them get away, so let's hunt them down. And you guys can run. And we should be soon ready for the next phase of the battle. And the guys are winded, so... Oh, they do have spear warbands. A good thing that we actually did conserve those pillar. Perhaps we could hide one of the cavalry units in the forest. And we don't want to have these groups anymore, because it makes commanding the units a bit clumsier, in my opinion. So what do they have? Screeching Women and spear warbands, apparently. Yeah, and some war dogs. I hate war dogs. Especially if the enemy has them. Well, actually I don't hate them. They are good boys when I have them, but rather nasty to face. And I guess the battle is soon joined. Oh, they are making some clever flanking maneuver over there. Let's see if we could draw some of the enemies away. And do we have any missiles against those real threats? Okay, it seems this flank is doing rather okay. And let's make sure that those guys are not coming back. Good. So, they still have something. Some screeds. Okay, good.
Enemy army is in flight. Pursue them and drive them from the battlefield.
And here, once again, we want to make sure that there won't be any survivors. Or as few survivors as possible. Because, well, we get the settlement then. Perhaps I should slow down the pace a bit. Okay, apparently I'm not doing it in any case. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think that's clear enough, and I think the settlement will actually fall to us. And since it's small, I think we will just occupy it. And let's send this guy to Eastern Front. This guy will be joining us in Spain. Rest in peace, spy. I think we are ready to march out soon. Over there. We need to do something about that siege over there. Rather soon. Perhaps putting some pressure on Ariminum or Capua might do the trick. And currently we are having 23 regions, so quite a few more. About this Bordesholm, yeah. Let's begin with sewers, some public order peasants, and we should be actually able to get this army rather soon out from there for retraining and then getting back pushing eastwards. But I think this army actually needs to wait for... At least, let's wait for one more additional principes. That should make life so much easier. But yeah, I think our goal is rather well achieved. We captured Rome, and we are pushing rather well in the east. A bit of setback here in the west. But I think that's rather acceptable, because now, or rather next turn, we can continue to push here as well. So, I think this is actually everything for today, so thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you want to support the channel, you can consider becoming a channel member. And very special thanks to existing channel members, Napoleon Complex, Cossack Hussar, Mark Anthony. Your support is greatly treasured. And as this video is released on Christmas Eve, have a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, or Happy Holidays, or whichever you prefer. Have a great rest of the day. QualityOldGames out.